Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
In this video, we were going to be removing and replacing a throttle body in a 2009 Chevy Suburban. If you need this part or other parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. We're going to remove this cover. Just grab underneath, pull up, and then you're going to pull out. You're going to have to wiggle it a little bit, and it'll come right out. That's where it's secured down, and there's clips that hold that in. Next, we're going to remove this snorkel. We have a worm clamp right here. We're going to use an 8mm socket and extension. Loosen that up. And then over here, it's a worm clamp right here. Do the same. And we're going to take a trim tool, and over here, where the hose is secured, we're going to separate that. We're going to remove this hose that goes to the upper valve cover. Pull that out. And we're going to lift up right here and pull towards the front of the vehicle. And then pull this off the airbox. Pull that out of your way. We're going to disconnect the connector on our throttle body. We're just going to push down on the tab right here and pull the connector out. Set that aside. And we're going to use a 10mm socket, an extension, and a ratchet. We'll take these top two nuts off. Pull that one off, then we'll pull this one off. Then there's two 10mm bolts on the bottom. Take those out. Pull that out. And pull this one out. That one out. You can grab the throttle body with two hands and pull it forward. This is our old throttle body. This is our new throttle body from 1aauto.com. As you can see, the configuration is the same. The holes are in the same locations. The throttle blades are the same. The connectors are the same, as you can see. The back is the same. This one's significantly dirty than this one. You want to make sure that you do not drop this. These are engineered with precision machining, and even just a little drop can mess it up. And another thing to keep in mind, you never want to loosen up those screws on the plate because that has already been calibrated. You want to leave that alone. Get yours at 1aauto.com. You'll be ready to rock and roll. It is recommended that you replace the throttle body gasket when doing this, although ours looks like it's in good shape. You can check and see if it's been squished. Our gasket is still raised up, so we're going to reuse our gasket. Just wipe it down. We're going to install our throttle body, slide it over the studs. Take our two 10mm bolts. Start those down below. Install the 10mm nuts. All right, let me get the, now we're gonna torque these bolts and nuts down to 89 inch-pounds. We're going to reconnect our electrical connector until it clicks in. Next we'll install the intake snorkel. Slide it down. I'm going to slide it over the throttle body right here. And watch this rubber grommet over here. We're going to pull up on it. Oh, we slide it back. So that's in, and that's in right here. Next we're going to come over here, pull this onto the air box, like that. Over here, a little retainer for the hose. Slide that in there, like that. And then on the back side, this hose that connects to the upper valve cover. Pop that in. Now I'll take my 8mm socket extension and a ratchet, tighten up this worm clamp right here. Not too tight, just a little bit snug. And then same on this one. Snug it up. Good. We're gonna slide it underneath the hoses over here, the heater hoses, and then slide it back. And once it's back all the way, there's little rubber grommets in here that line up with that ball and socket. And push down. Now we're gonna start the engine and let it idle for 3 minutes. Next, we're going to shut the vehicle off and let it sit for 1 minute. Now we're going to start the engine up again. And we're going to let it run for 3 more minutes. At this point, our engine's been running for 3 minutes the second time around, and our idle appears to be where it should be. The next step is to drive this vehicle at 44 miles per hour for multiple accelerations and decelerations. At that point, if you have any check engine light come on and there's any idle concerns, you are to clear the codes and restart the process again. This idle relearn procedure is something you want to do anytime you replace the throttle body or you clean the throttle body. Before you take the vehicle out for a ride, you just want to check the accelerator. Make sure it is responding when you press it and let up. Drive it around in a parking lot for a little bit before and then take it on the road, 44 miles an hour. Okay, so I drove around in the parking lot just to make sure the throttle seems to be responding properly. Now I'm going to take it out on the road and drive 44 miles an hour, accelerating and decelerating for a while, and it should calibrate everything okay. If everything comes... Now we're getting on the highway. We're going to go above 44 miles an hour for a while. accelerates and appears to decelerate. Good. Alright, we just got back from our road test above 44 miles an hour, accelerating, decelerating. As you can see, our idle is right where it's supposed to be. It's right above 500 RPM, and what I can do is just check the accelerator. Seems to be accelerating properly and decelerating. So at this point, our idle is good and there's no further actions. If we did get a check engine light with an idle code, what you would want to do is clear the code and start the procedure from the beginning, and at that point you'd be all set.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.